Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do. We're on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. We only have 2 days left of the NBA regular season, man. Low-key makes me kind of sad. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. But at least the last 2 days, man, we have full cards, man. Full days of action. Today we have all 30 NBA teams in action, 15 games. Y'all know me, man. I call a spade a spade. I don't really like the card. I really don't. I don't see a whole lot of value in the card, is what I'm basically trying to say from a betting perspective. Of course, I'm going to walk you guys through every single game, let you know how I see every single game, and let you know how I would bet every single game if forced to. My favorite bets, the plays that I personally am betting today, I have like 3 or 4 of those that I really, really do like. You can scoop those up over at Pickdawgz Premium. It's a money-making Friday, though, heading into a money-making weekend. Hop on a 3-day pass. Get everything that I'm offering over the weekend as we are heading into the postseason. No NBA tomorrow. It's kind of weird. But then another huge card on Sunday. So let's close out these last 2 days on the right foot. I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that continue to tune in and watch this video. If you appreciate the content that I do, all I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Money making Friday. Without further ado, man, let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, we got 15 games on the card. All 30 NBA teams are in action. Plenty of playoff scenarios to talk through. Let's get her done, man. First game up, we got the best ATS team in the NBA, the Orlando Magic, out on the road facing the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers, 8.5-point home favorites here. This game is huge. Magic currently in the 5th spot. Sixers currently in the 7th spot. A win here for the Sixers, man, gets them out of the play-in tournament and sends the Magic into the play-in tournament. The Magic were just playing for the 2 seed the other day. A loss here sends them into the play-in tournament, man. That's how close things are in the Eastern Conference. Huge game. A lot riding here. Franz Wagner, game-time decision for the Orlando Magic. Joel Embiid, game-time decision for the Philadelphia 76ers. Kyle Lowry, game-time decision for the Sixers. I expect Embiid and Lowry to play. I'm hoping Franz Wagner plays. This would be a beautiful game if he does. He did miss the last one. The Magic, hey, they've been struggling recently, man. They've lost 3 of their last 5. Milwaukee beat them up in a really important game for the Magic. They lost to the Rockets the game before that, and they even got an ugly loss in there to the Charlotte Hornets, man. It hasn't been a great week for the Orlando Magic. For the Sixers, these boys have gotten healthy and have turned it on, man. Embiid has come back, and they've looked like the Sixers we've grown to love over the years, with the reigning MVP back in the lineup. Now, we do have to call a spade a spade. A couple of those last couple games for the Sixers, they weren't playing anybody. They were actually playing the worst teams in the league. So, got to kind of take that with a grain of salt. Look, I opened up this game telling you the Magic are the best ATS team in basketball, and they are. You've made more money betting Orlando than any other team in the NBA. Look, the Sixers, they've been a really good ATS team as well, but when I match these 2 teams up on the floor, I know the Magic haven't been playing well, and the Sixers have. But I still believe the Magic have a legitimate shot to win this game outright, especially with all the chips on the table in this basketball game. I have to roll with that Orlando here, plus the points. And in all honesty, I'm going to sprinkle on the money line as well. I think defensively, the Magic lock in. I want Wagner in there. I want Franz Wagner in there. But I think the Magic match up quite well. I think the Sixers are overvalued here, a little overrated as well. Give me the Magic, a team we've been betting all season, to start the day, plus the points. Next game up, we got your Chicago Bulls, man. They're out on the road facing the Washington Wizards. Wizards 2.5-point home dogs here. I think the line pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Chicago, I just don't think they're going to be very interested in this game. They already locked up the home playoff game against the Atlanta Hawks in the playoff tournament. So not really much to play for here. I wouldn't be surprised if late in this basketball game, guys came out, got some rest, or in all honesty, didn't play in its entirety. Washington, I told you guys all season they're the worst team in the NBA, but I wouldn't be surprised if they beat up on the Chicago Bulls B team late in the basketball game. Personally, I'm not betting this thing. I don't see real value here, but I call a spade, and I think the line pretty much tells you everything you need to know. Small lean on Washington here in this one. Next game up, we got the Charlotte Hornets out on the road facing the Boston Celtics. Celtics, 8.5 point home favorites here. Celtics, man, they got beat up yesterday by the New York Knicks. I was kind of surprised to see that happen. Them boys played their guys too. That was which was kind of crazy. They played their guys and still lost 118-109 at home at the crib. Only their fourth home loss all season. Shout out the Knicks. The Hornets, they've been terrible recently. I don't really expect much from them. Currently, I see nobody on the injury report for Boston. So after losing a game yesterday to the Knicks, do I think they come in here and beat the Hornets? Probably. Is this a game I'm rushing to bet? Not really. Same thing I kind of said in that last one about the Bulls. I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics kind of looked like they did yesterday, just going through the motions. You feel me? They're not trying to get injured, not really trying to get hurt. Am I taking Charlotte in Boston? Hell no. Small lean on Boston. Am I necessarily rushing to bet it? Not necessarily, but currently their injury report's clean. Looks like everybody's a go. I don't know how many minutes they're going to play, but they should kick the crap out of Charlotte is all I'm saying. Next game up, we got the Indiana Pacers out on the road facing the Cleveland Cavs. Cavs, 3.5 point home favorites here. This is another huge game, man. That Eastern Conference standings is crazy when you go over there and look at it, man. So much riding on these next couple days. There's no NBA tomorrow, but we got a huge card today and a huge card on Sunday. So a lot riding on the last 2 days of the NBA, man. Cleveland currently a full game up on Indiana, but this is a head-to-head. So Indiana can technically get these boys here in this one. A lot riding here on this game between Indiana and Cleveland. Isaiah Jackson, game time decision for the Pacers. Dean Wade is out for the Cleveland. Ty Jerome is out, and Sam Merrill is game time decision. These two teams have played 3 times this season. Indiana has won 2 of the 3. They won the first one, 125-113 in Cleveland back in October. They also won the second one, 121-116 back in November in Indiana. And the Cavs won the last meeting. Really wasn't too long ago, less than a month ago in Indiana, 108-103. Magic have been playing some decent, not Magic. The Pacers have been playing some decent basketball here recently, winning 4 of their last 5. They really should have won 5 of their last 5. I don't know how the hell they lost to Brooklyn on the road in that one game. But, look, just based on who these two teams have been the last month, I'm rolling with Indiana here at the plus money. I think this is a legitimate 50-50 game. And with so much riding here on this game, playoff seeding, I have to roll with Indiana here. I think they have a legitimate shot to win it outright. I haven't really liked what I've seen from Cleveland. Recently, they did beat Memphis. Whoop-de-doo. 110-98. You're supposed to kick the crap out of Memphis. It's a G League team. Other than that, though, lost to the Clippers, lost to the Lakers, lost to Phoenix. Phoenix and the Lakers low-key kicked the crap out of them. And if you go back further than that, it's been a rough month for Cleveland. Don't trust them here. I think Indiana has a legitimate shot, even on the road, to win this game outright. I'm going to attack the plus money here. Give me the Pacers straight up. Money line. Next game up, we got the New York Knicks at home, at the crib, against the Brooklyn Nets. I messed up the graphic here. It's really the Knicks laying 10.5. Not 2.5. I'm sorry about that. Happens. I'm not betting this game, though, in all honesty. A small lean on the Knicks, but I'm not really rushing to lay double digits with the New York Knicks. They have kicked the crap out of the Nets all season, 121-102, 108-103, and 105-93. This will be the last and final meeting between these two teams. The Nets, they've been all right. They've won 3 of their last 4, but we know they've been one of the worst ATS teams the last couple months. They've been a sharp falling knife. Am I necessarily rushing to lay double digits with the Knicks off of the huge upset win against the Boston Celtics? Not necessarily. Should they kick the crap out of Brooklyn, though? Yes, they should. So, again, the line is 10.5 here, not 2.5. I'm sorry. But I still do lean in the direction of the Knicks at the 10.5. Not rushing to the window to bet it, but they should sweep the season series over the Nets, and I wouldn't be surprised if they did it dominantly. The Nets are ass. We know that. Small lean on the Knicks, laying 10.5. Next game up, man, we got the Miami Heat laying 12.5 on the Toronto Raptors. Anytime I see the Heat as double-digit home favorites, I automatically fade them. It's just that simple. If you've been watching the Gem Session for any duration of time, really the last 2 years, then you know that. We've made a ton of money just blindly fading Miami as sizable home favorites. Yes, I think they win the game. Yes, they're head and shoulders a better basketball team. Yes, the Raptors are terrible. Yes, the Heat actually have been okay recently as double-digit home favorites. I remember we had the Blazers plus the points as double-digit dogs in Miami, and, well, Miami blew them out by 60, I believe. But still, it's a system play. It's something that I love doing. I love fading Miami as sizable home favorites. Over the last couple seasons, this has been the worst spot for the Heat. Something I'm just going to continue to do. I think the Heat, we're going to really be able to catch some value on them in the playoffs. We know playoff Jimmy is a different monster, different animal. But right now here in this, non-motivational spot against a bad team like the Raptors, this is a game the Heat win by like 5. You know what I mean? This is just the Heat team we've come to know and love and fade. I'm fading their ass again here. I'm taking the Raptors plus the 12.5. Next game up, we got the Los Angeles Lake Show Lakers out on the road facing the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies, 15.5-point home dogs here. No real value in this game. Lakers really could use a win here. The Grizzlies, like I said earlier in the show, they're basically fielding a G League team. All their best players have been out and are still out. Look, I see no real value here in this game. I'm not rushing to lay double digits with the Lakers. The books know the Lakers need a win here. They know we all want to bet the Lakers against a bad team like the Grizzlies. The Lakers, I just believe, are a little overvalued here. Should they kick the crap out of the Grizzlies? They should. Am I gonna bet this thing? Of course not. I can't. There's nothing. There's no real meat on the bone for me here in this basketball game. Small lean on the Lakers, but there's much better spots to try to bet today than to be laying 15.5 with the Lakers on the road. They need a win, as they are now the 10th spot over there in the West with the Warriors win yesterday. But I'm not laying 15.5. Can't do it. Won't do it. Next game up, we got the Atlanta Hawks getting 13.5 against the T-Wolves. T-Wolves, kind of the same thing about the Lakers, man. I don't really want to lay double digits. You know what I mean? Should they kick the crap out of the Hawks? Probably. The Hawks, they don't have anything to play for. As this team, they're locked into what they're going to be. They're going to be the 10th seed in the East. They're going to be the road team playing the Bulls in Chicago in that 9-10 matchup. So we already know what's up with Atlanta. So I wouldn't be surprised if they got their guys some rest. I also wouldn't be surprised if they played their guys trying to catch some momentum heading into that game. Look, small lean on the Atlanta Hawks, man. Small lean on the Atlanta Hawks. I'm not rushing to lay double digits with Minnesota. Minnesota also needs a win as they're still, trying to catch the Denver Nuggets for the 1 seed. It's still in play. They're not going to get it, but it's still in play. They should kick the crap out of Atlanta. Will they? I doubt it. They're the house of disappointment. I'll lean towards Atlanta here in this one, man. Hey, it's 2 days left in the regular season. There's not a whole lot of value. There's a lot of big spreads. I'm just trying to talk you guys through my thoughts and how I see some of these games. We got the Milwaukee Bucks out on the road facing the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. Thunder Buddies laying 14.5 on Milwaukee. Of course, we know Milwaukee's banged up. Their injury report's a mile long. Thunder, they've gotten healthy here. The Thunder were banged up, but Jalen Williams and Shea are back. I think this is a spot where the Thunder are trying to reestablish some momentum heading into the postseason after being banged up for a while. I think the Milwaukee Bucks, they're done. They're just trying to get healthy for the postseason after sustaining such a huge injury like they did with Giannis the other day. And it was a meaningful game, but low-key a meaningless game against the Celtics. It was a get-right spot for them, and they were kind of battling for seeding, but I don't know if it meant that much to, you know what I mean? All I'm saying here is I think the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies kick the crap out of Milwaukee. I think they take them behind the woodshed. I've had no problem laying double digits with Oklahoma City at home at the crib all season. When they've been at home, they've played a team they're head and shoulders better than. They've won by margin plenty of times. So no reason for me not to believe they don't do it here. And on the flip side, there's a reason this line is 14.5. You feel me? Give me Oklahoma City. I have no problem laying the points with them boys. Think they take Milwaukee behind the woodshed. Next game up, we got the San Antonio Spurs at home getting 12.5 versus the Nuggets. Nuggets need a win. Nuggets still trying to hold off the T-Wolves for the number 1 seed in the Western Conference. Nuggets, injury report-wise, it's weird. Murray game-time decision. Gordon game-time decision. Michael Porter Jr. game-time decision. Caldwell Pope game-time decision. Looks like Jokic is going to play. Again, not a game I see a whole lot of value in all honesty. Spurs have won all 3 meetings. The Nuggets have won all 3 meetings over the Spurs this year. 132, 120, 117, 106, 110, 105. They haven't won any by 13.5. The Spurs, they've kind of, that Oklahoma City game told me everything I needed to know. They kind of waved the white flag. I think the Nuggets kick the crap out of them. I do. Am I enthused with laying double digits? Not really. Should the Nuggets kick the crap out of them? Yes, they should. Yes, they should. Hopefully they go ahead and get it done. Give me the Nuggets laying 12.5 here in that one. Next game up, we got my favorite team, the Dallas Mavericks, laying 12.5 on the Pistons. Bro, it's 15 games on the card. A lot of them are, good teams versus bad teams, but the good teams don't really have a ton to play for. The Mavs fall into that same bucket. I don't want to just tell y'all, look, take this team, lay the points, and you guys go out there and lose money. That's not what I want to sit here and do. There's not a whole lot of value today. I have a couple premiums over at the site that I am betting, but for the most part, a lot of these games are stayaways, and this one right here is kind of the same. Lively is out. Kyrie Irving won't play here. Luka's game time decision here. The injury report for Detroit is a mile long. Cade Cunningham's game time decision. Not much real meat on the bone. Am I really rushing to lay double digits with my Mavs here at home with Luka and Kyrie probably not slated to play? Not really. Should the Mavs kick the crap out of the Pistons? They should, especially just looking at how the Pistons have played recently. Double-digit loss to Memphis on the road, double-digit loss to Brooklyn on the road, double-digit loss to Philly on the road, double-digit loss to Chicago on the road. So even if Luka and Kyrie don't play, I still think the Mavs can kick the crap out of Detroit. I would want to see what the line moves to in that instance. Luka is game-time decision, so the line's still kind of hovering at 12.5. If he gets listed out, I wouldn't be surprised if it dropped. Lean towards my Mavs, of course. But in all honesty, there's not a whole lot of value here in this one. Not a whole lot of value on the board today. All right, man. Now, let's talk some meaningful basketball. We got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road facing the Golden State Warriors. Warriors, 3.5-point home favorites here in this one. A lot of things going on here in this basketball game, man. So the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Kings are all tied for playoff seeding in the West right now for that 8, 9, 10. Pelicans currently sitting 6. Man, there's a lot going on here. Brandon Ingram could be back here. Game time decision against the Warriors. Klay Thompson is kind of hurt. He's game time decision. Gary Payton and Draymond game time decision as well. I have to take the Warriors here, man. I can't, in a clear conscience, fade Golden State in a meaningful game in the Chase Center. I think they're going to flip the switch. The magnets are going to be activated, and the Warriors are going to get busy in the Chase Center like we've seen them do plenty of times. I like the Pelicans. We've been talking about the Pelicans a lot. When the Pelicans are healthy, the numbers suggest they're one of the best teams in the NBA. But what they aren't is the Golden State Warriors, a team who's been there, done that, gotten it done, and have a ton to play for here in this game. Revenge game at home, at the crib, as well as the Pelicans last meeting aired out the Warriors in Golden State, 141-105. Warriors have been on a tear recently, though. I know they're laying points, man, and the Pelicans have been the better team over the full course of the season, but I cannot fade Golden State with the clear conscience, man, in a meaningful game at home, at the crib. I know they've also been a better team on the road, but still, give me the Warriors at home, at the crib in this one, man. Some things just don't change. Got the Rockets laying 5.5 on the Blazers on the road. Look, Rockets were my play of the day yesterday. They lost outright, laying double digits on the Utah Jazz. It was disgusting. Done with them. I don't like this game at all. No real value here. They were laying double digits on the Jazz. Now they're only laying 5.5 on the Blazers. Yes, I get it. They're on the back end of a back-to-back with travel, but a small lean on the Rockets. I'm not betting this game, though, in all honesty. The Blazers, they're ass. They're terrible. You know what I mean? So we're almost forced to take the Rockets. And now, next game up, we got the Utah Jazz out on the road facing the Los Angeles Clippers. I messed up the graphic on this one, too. My bad, fellas. My bad. Fellas, Clippers are laying 15.5 here in this basketball game is what's going on here. Everybody for the Jazz's game time decision, roster manipulation style spot. Clarkson, Dunn, Collins, Kessler, Sexton, all listed as game time decision. Kawhi still out. Harden game time decision here. I'm fading the Clippers. It's just that simple. Fuck them, respectfully. Y'all knew that, though. Am I going to bet this as a premium? No. The Jazz, we know what's up with them on the road. They're ass. They've been kicked the crap out of plenty of times this season. They've played now, 30 games on the road? 24 of them they've lost by double digits. That's how bad the Jazz have been on the road. No real value for me here in this game either. Am I laying double digits with the Clippers? Hell no. So that puts me on the Jazz. Am I going to bet this game? Probably not. But I do lean in the direction of Utah. Last and final game of the night, man. We made it. We got the Phoenix Suns out on the road facing the Sacramento Kings. This is another very meaningful game. Kings currently in the standings, man. They sit in that 8th spot. Again, they're tied with the Lakers and the Warriors. They all have the same record. Kings hold the tiebreaker over both teams, though. Suns 2 games up on Sacramento, man, but this is still a huge game for them. Suns could really use a win here. Sacramento could really use a win here. I think the Suns are overrated and overvalued. I've said that all season, but I think they win this game. And at 4.5, I wouldn't be surprised if that foul game came into play and they covered. They've been decent here recently, Phoenix has. I know they really got taken behind the woodshed by the Clippers a couple games ago, but they did avenge that by beating them the night after, 124-108. Kings on the back end of a back-to-back. They lost a huge one yesterday, and I think they lose another huge one today, man. I'm going to roll with the Suns laying the points here in our last and final game of the night. And that's going to conclude this episode of my NBA Jam session. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you boys and girls that continue to tune in and watch this video. Man, we just covered all 30 NBA teams, 15 games. Hopefully we kick the crap out of the books and smash it per usual. I was trying to help you guys see what I was seeing. It's not a whole lot of value out there today. It's not. The books know exactly what they're doing. I'm picking my spots today. It's 15 games, but I'm probably only betting like 3 or 4. You can scoop those up over at Pickdawgz Premium if you want them. And Money Making Friday. There's no NBA games tomorrow, so you will not see my face tomorrow. But I will be back for Sunday where we have, again, all 15 teams in action last day of the NBA regular season, man. It's been a hell of a season. I appreciate each and every one of you that's rocked with me through it all. Money Making Friday. Hop on a 3-day pass. Get everything that I'm offering for the weekend. Or get the All Access Club. The information for that is in the description below. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. See y'all soon. I'm out of here. Peace.